What up, guys? Hope you're well. Welcome back. Today we're getting into some side hustles that I know make money from experience, while also talking about a few others that have gained traction in recent years. Before we jump into it, keep in mind that side hustles can become a full income if done correctly, and can offer some unique benefits that you may find are a good fit for you, such as being your own boss, flexible schedule, scalability, and additional income. Keep in mind that I'll go through some other great side hustles in the future, just in case we don't cover ones that intrigue you today. Let's jump in at number 5, renting a room by room situation. Now, you may have heard of house hacking or even travel nurses staying in rental properties. Well, this is a top favorite of mine because the idea is that you provide a furnished living space and rent each room out for your guests. This is a great way to make like an extra $1,000 or more depending on where you live. Be sure to consider that traveling professionals have a stipend that they are trying to work within and are given that money for that very reason. So when I bought my house, this was one of the things I had in mind, also called house hacking, or even a temporary roommate or midterm stay on Airbnb, which is another option where you can do this at. And I can tell you firsthand that this is lucrative. You can use this extra money to pay off debt, throw it to the savings, throw it to the mortgage, whatever you see fit. And when going this route, consider that there is an upfront investment for furniture, as the expectation is that the place will be fully furnished. All the guests should need is basically their luggage. And then you may not own your house or condo, but that does not stop you from being able to use this side hustle. You can be renting a house or apartment and still take advantage of renting out another room on short-term, month-to-month basis to bring in about $800 to $2,000 a month, depending on your area. Me personally, I've been able to bring up to an extra $1,400. Woo, I love that, a month. And it has really been helpful and it's a lot of fun. So honestly, you make new friends and that's just a plus, and many other benefits to that as well. And another great option is pet sitting or boarding. And if you're an animal lover, then this would be right up your alley. I personally am familiar with Rover, and this is because my girlfriend convinced me to get into this. She wanted to host a dog and she wanted to do this as a side hustle. And I was like, no, but I have to say, it was one of the easiest side gigs to get into, as it didn't require much besides walking, feeding, cuddling the animals, which felt like an amazing thing to get paid to do because it's like, this is super easy. The best way to be successful with this side hustle is communication. Pet owners really appreciate pictures of the activities like walking, playing, and even just seeing their pet take a nap because, you know, it gives them that kind of peace of mind when they're traveling. When considering your daily rate, you want to look across the competition and see what rates they already charge, and then try to find somewhere either in the middle or match it to start, as you are more than likely won't have reviews or services. So contact a friend and then have them give you reviews if you've watched their dogs, or maybe if you haven't, but I'm not telling you what to do there, but use your own judgment. Fortunately for me, I had watched a dog for my brother, so I just said, hey, leave me a review or leave her a review, and that worked out. Then get ready and respond quickly to set up your meet and greet and get ready for their stay if it's a good fit. This gig can range anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a month. Not bad to walk dogs or visit someone's home to check on their animal family. And now that that's out of the way, we move to our very well-known side hustle, which is Uber Eats, Uber, Lyft drivers. This is a cash cow if you're in the right city and know the times to give rides. You'll need an up-to-date car, and they also provide cars for a fee if you don't own one already. You have to keep it clean and always try to stick to a 5-star review. You will need a clean driving record. So if you are a speedster and get a bunch of tickets, this is probably not gonna work out for you. However, if you do have a clean driving record, I don't think you'll have any problems really. And it is extremely beneficial if you know the roads in the city that you're in and understand the dynamic or tone of the traffic that's there. Now, the biggest difference in how much money you can make in this field is going to be the level or tier that you are driving in. So currently, Uber has many ride versions now, and I'm just gonna name just a few for the sake of time. So first, you got UberX. It's a private affordable ride option for up to 4 people. Uber XL, which is an affordable plus size ride option for groups of up to 6 people. They're definitely gonna charge a little bit more for that. Uber Comfort, that's a ride option that offers newer cars with extra legroom. and it's the one that I prefer and always get. And then there's Uber Black, which I have to admit, I do like getting as well, especially if it's a holiday or a vacation. I'm like, okay, let's do the luxury vehicle. Feels kind of fancy. Which is also that Uber Black SUV Premium, which is also a premium ride that offers luxury SUVs for extra people up to, I think, 6 people. And then you got Uber Green, eco-friendly ride option, and then Uber Comfort Electric, which is an electric ride option with 0 emissions that has extra legroom. And believe it or not, yes, there are still more than that, depending on what city you are in. And keep this in mind that there are costs to making this kind of money, such as tires, tune-ups alike. Count up the costs, see if this is a good option for you, and then go with it. Next, we then have something I'm going to be thinking about in the future, which is a social media manager as a side hustle that could very well become a full-time gig if you desire. So in this role, you would be expected to manage the creation of social media strategies and planning and execution of the successful social media influencer campaigns. So a good way to get started, I believe, would be to get working with someone that you really want to learn within their niche, like fashion or money or whatever that may be. You could also be expected to help create captivating content, assist with drive engagements, different platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and more. And depending on who you work with, this could turn into a jack of all trades where you assist with developing visual appealing and creative posts that target specific audiences. To know if this is a gig you want to get into, be sure to do your research to see all of what's involved. For some talents will require less assistance, whereas others may require a pretty extensive amount for their business, and that's completely okay. These jobs can range anywhere from $15 all the way up to $50 an hour, depending on what you're working on and what the influencer has to offer for you. And last, but definitely not least, we have video editing. This can be such a fun side hustle to do and even learn on your own, as there are so many videos online where you can learn different techniques and skills to implement for your creatives. Personally, when I first started on YouTube, and I am still growing my channel, I did my own edits, and it can be a quite tasking item to do. But when I started to look at it from another form of art, it became a lot of fun. I hired out my video editor, who I now love, what up man, and work with now via Upwork, and that is a great resource for you to get started on. You can also even look into Fiverr as another way to build your profile, show off your skills, and maybe even get your feet wet with your first hire. I'll be remiss if I didn't mention that this can be a very lucrative skill set, especially if you're really good at it, and it may take time, but it is so worth it, especially once you love it. I don't know which one of these side hustles piques your interest, but feel free to watch this video again to see which one works for your life. And guys, make some money. Until next time, stay in the light.